Hello everyone. So we're going to start the lab 39th of module 4 enumeration. The lab is all about performing the network enumeration by using the various DNS interrogation tools. And for that we are using here, you can see the Kali Linux, the latest version 2016. Right? So enumeration, as I've told you in the last labs also, is simply the process to extract the username, the directory and all of a user or a network. Like in the directory we can get the detail of shares, files, right, and the services from the system. So being attacker enforce the various DNS enumeration techniques like zone transfer, domain and the host brute force, and the cache snooping to obtain the information associated with the DNS and the network infrastructure of the organization. So you must understand what is the DNS and how you can interrogate, what are the number of tools and commands to use to get the detail of the DNS. So in this lab we are going to show you all. So first thing, we are going to execute the terminal. Number of command we are going to use. As the first command is, we are going to use the whois command in the terminal. So we can use whois space any website you can take to get the detail. We just want to check the detail of, so we can take here Microsoft.com. Enter. As you got number of detail here, you can see. This is whois server version 2.0. The domain name is .com and the server name is Microsoft.com. Here's the IP address. This is the detail of the registrar. Whois server, the server name, IP address. The Microsoft.com can go fuck itself at the cg.com. Then the registrar detail. These are the multiple detail having different domain. Microsoft.com has a presence coming from, like Microsoft.com is a mess temp. Okay, it's a steaming heap of fucking bullshit.net. Okay, different server domain having the different IP addresses and the registrar and the referral name. And this is all about the domain detail directly Microsoft.com. Right, as you got the domain was something different. The direct actual domain is Microsoft.com having IP address this 97.107.130.202. The registrar is INA ID of markmonitor.com. Right, this is all about the last update in 14. The creation date is 1991 and expiration is 3rd of May 2021. Then these are the registrant name, the domain admin. Organization is Microsoft Corporation. This is the address, contact detail having registrant email ID, domain @Microsoft.com. The contact detail, the fixed number, the telephone number. You can see here. and this is all about the detail of Mark monitor also. Contact details, right? So the next command we are going to show you is host www dot again microsoft.com. Generate the IP address of the particular site of Microsoft. You can see here, as this is www.microsoft.com aliases having different IPs. The provided with all the IP associated with the target website. So simply we are talking about, host simply mean how many websites more are hosting on that particular website server, right? Then we can use one more command like host hyphen space hyphen a space, again the site is microsoft.com, and enter. It display to DNS records associated with the website. You can see here. Let me check with. Here we go. Right. This is the authority section, additional sections, and the questions and answers. This is the CNAME, Microsoft.com, C, hkey.net, right? The header, and we got this detail from this IP, right? Then we can use one more command, that is DNS enum space the domain Microsoft.com. Got the details. This is a host address Microsoft.com, right? The DNSPL version is 1.2.2. The name server is and having IP address detail. This is the mail exchanger server. The detail, then zone transfer detail, you are trying to get that, but it's unable to obtain the server version, right? In case as you got that the zone transfer fails, you could use the brute force attack on the particular target website by using the command, right? But still, as you can see here, the brute force file not specifies, so we are going to give some. So DNS enum space hyphen f user share DNS enum DNS dot text space the website we are trying to zone transfer and getting the bind versions. As you can see here, it's unable to obtain the still the server version. It's given the detail. We didn't get the FTP server's IP address. It's enough secure. Then you can type a command again, that is DNS anim, or it's DNS dict 6 space -d space -4 space the site. Enumerate the subdomains and a particular main domain associated with the IP version 4, because we have given D4. Obtain the DNS related information. I think enter. You can see here the mail NS, the name server of Microsoft.com, the IP address of version 4 you can see here, the Outlook.com. This is SMTP detail, this is the FTP server, this is DNS, this is video, this is Microsoft, this is API, labs, documents. Every domain is directly connected with this main domain. So every subdomain IP address we have checked, we can find. Right? You can see here the online, the date, the directory we can check, the security we can check, demo, events, so this members, billing, research. You can get the IP address of every subdomain directly connected with this main domain in the version 4 IP address. Right? So as we found the 93 domain names, 99 unique IP version 4 and 11 unique IP version 6 address for Microsoft.com. I can show you all these once again. You can see here the number of subdomain, starting from name server, then mail exchanger, you can see here, then you go over the main domain www.microsoft.com, then FTP server, IP address, SMTP server, right, the mail one, the news, the DNS, the gallery, the home, every subdomain IP address we can get that. Right, so this is all about DNS interrogations, multiple command we have used. I've shown you, started from the whois, you can see here we have done, then after that we have used the host on the particular Microsoft site, then host-a to get all the hosted detail on the particular website server. Then we have done the DNS enumeration part on the particular website, and that we got the IP address of mail exchanger and the main domain. Then we tried to do the brute force, right, then to get all the subdomains having IP address in version 4. You can see here the details. So this is all about the multiple commands we have used, right? This is the DNS interrogation tool we have used, right? And we have done the work on Kali Linux. So about the lab 39, performing the network enumeration by using the various tool or various command, you can say, based on the DNS interrogation. So here we have finished your lab 39. Thank you.